Aloha and welcome to Wisdom Dialogues with Hope Johnson, coming to you from Hawaiian beaches on the beautiful big island of Hawaii. This is the first broadcast since Fairyland, what we called Fairyland, has been completely overtaken by lava. Yay! So it's become a lava river in that area. So, yeah, so we're now in Hawaiian beaches for now. We
For
don't
now.
know how it goes. Yeah, for now, it's just part of the adventure.
Oh, so you didn't buy it?
Nope,
Oh, okay.
nope,
Oh,
renting it
you
and and and
offered.
having open options. Having open options. So
Okay.
just looking at, what seems interesting, what seems fun,
Hmm.
and just having that open to see what's presented.
Gotcha.
Like it was just an immediate, okay, that's perfect. This is perfect for now. Because there's place for the business, there's place for us to chill. We got a 6 month lease,
Hmm.
which doesn't really mean anything in Lava Zone 2 now. We were in Lava Zone 1, now we're in Lava Zone 2. So
Oh,
that's considered a little safer. I don't know.
oh, I see. Okay.
But yeah, and who knows? It's possible. We have another 3 acres in the beautiful fairyland, just like this. This is still the same kind of vibe, same kind of fairyland vibe. And then there's a beautiful 3 acres, totally off grid, no mail, way back on a dirt road, no county water, no anything like that. You just do all that yourself.
Oh,
So yeah, where we had all the services, and
hmm.
it's possible that could all go back in. I don't know.
Right, right, right.
I don't know. It's possible. Good, whatever. But it's just such an adventure. That's I just love. It's just such an adventure. It's
Hmm.
like it's so like
In the
ooh.
hmm.
Yeah, and it was really an interesting kind of experience too, which I'll share with you in a little bit. But for right now, Lori is on with me because Lori has something to share. Yay.
Okay.
Go, Lori.
Um. Oh, geez. Now that I'm on spot.
I
Okay.
love the snort. That was adorable.
Um. So I've had a lot happen in the past week or two. I mean, crazy, crazy stuff. And
Okay, wait. Let me just okay, first of all, nothing happens.
right, right, right.
So okay, go on from there.
Okay. Good. My mind is blown because this
Yes.
dream thing, right?
Yes.
Dream, illusion, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So, I was driving to the transfer station, the dump,
Yes.
last Wednesday morning. And as I was driving, all of a sudden, it felt like I was behind myself.
Nice.
Blinker went on, the wheel was turning, the I was driving into I'm like, "Oh, this was like awake in the dream."
Hmm.
That's all I'm like, "What the hell?" I'm saying this too, and it's so slow motion and I so I get to the dump and I see a guy that I've known for a while, but I didn't really know. I mean, I've met with him and I knew that he was, you know, open to this, but not, I didn't know how much. So we started talking and immediately I started connecting with him and I started saying something about me driving in and what
Uh-huh.
I was, but I stopped myself because I didn't know if he would go there. I didn't know. I was afraid to go there. I didn't want him to think I was a whack job.
Okay.
So we started talking some more, and he was talking about his shaman 2-year shamanism thing, and we were just on a totally different. The vibration between the two of us was amazing. It was the flow, the love. I felt. I ended up hugging him at one point. I don't know what was said, but I just muckled a hold of him, and I just could feel the love between us. It was passing. Anyway, so then he goes, "Well, you've heard, right, that this is an illusion." And I went, "Oh my God." I was like, "What?" So then I finished my story. I told him what I was starting to tell him, that I chickened out telling him. So, okay, so we had the best communication and everything. That was Wednesday. And since then, we've been talking back and forth, and we're going to get together again because it's just so beautiful. And a lot other stuff has happened, but I'm skipping to Friday. 2 days later, I go down. I'm spending the day in Camden with my aunt, and we're leaving Camden, Maine. It's a beautiful picture. It was a 80-degree day, just gorgeous. And we're leaving. I'm on the side of the car that's where the sidewalk is, and my aunt's on the other side getting in the driver's seat. And this guy comes up and he says, "Are you guys going south?" And I said, to my aunt, because I knew that she's the one driving. I didn't know if we should I said, "Are we going south?" And she says, "Why? Do you need a ride?" To the guy. And he looks at me and he says, I don't know where I'm going." And he says, "It's just a fucking dream. It's a dream."
Oh
And
my goodness.
oh my God. So when he said that, it was like the vortex, like my everything just went right to that moment. And I went, "Yes, it is a dream." And he goes, "I don't know where I said, "Well, where'd you come from?" He goes, "I don't."
Hold on 1 second, Lori. Ron, you know why I have the doors closed right now? Because I'm in wisdom dialogues. What's up?
The internet's not working properly.
Okay, well,
I can't play multiplayer.
that might be because I'm on the internet. If you can give me the time to do.
Last time either.
Okay. All right. I'll help you with that later, okay? Hooray! Go ahead, Lori.
I asked him where he came from, and he goes, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, where are you going?" He goes, "I don't know that either. It's a fucking dream." He just kept saying about the dream. At this point, my aunt is like, "We're getting out of here." And I just touched him on the shoulder and I said, "Yes, it is a dream." I said, "You can trust it. It always has your back."
Oh.
And then my aunt was like, "Okay, let's go." And he just walked away. What the frick? Okay. So I doing that thing that I told you about last time we talked, this online thing. It's 99 days, the Starseed thing. She's talking about, you're doing all of this. I put him there to validate what I need, what I'm coming to understand. So between Ken and this guy and that experience, but there's something here that still won't let go. It's it it's like it doesn't want to believe it.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's just part of the unfolding. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh my God, so beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
It's okay. It's not like there's a goal that you need to have a goal to get everything healed, because that's happening through consciousness spontaneously. The verse that comes to mind from the Bible is, "It's not by works of righteousness which you have done, but by the grace of God you are saved." So there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh,
It's like you're watching a movie.
Right. A beautiful movie.
A beautiful unfolding.
Unfolding. That's all I can say. It's an
Yeah.
unfolding.
Yeah.
And the people I'm meeting, people I had, the randomness of meeting. Well, I know it's not really random, but okay, there's no more words.
See, there's more. There's always the synchronicity is always there. It's not like it's missing ever.
Right.
Everything's synchronistic. It's just that you get to recognize it more.
Yes.
And that's like, wow, that really just, it's like this. And it's like, no, of course, I've heard you're really lucky that you were able to rent a place that worked for you when so many people were looking for a place.
Mm.
Around here where everything seems to be limited.
Mm.
Of course, if you believe in limitations, it seems that way.
Yeah. Right.
But for me, like I didn't know whether I was gonna still be here or what. It was just kind of like an open space.
Right.
To whatever was arising, and that just flowed really easily, just like moving to Hawaii did.
Yeah.
It was just really okay. That's the doorway. That's the one you're taking.
Mm.
And it's a temporary setup. It's possible it could turn into something that we could buy if we wanted to. I'm having wisdom dialogues in here, Blaze. Thank you, baby. He's a big boy. He just goes out.
No argument.
Yeah.
Please. So he stayed to help Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, he stayed in health. He stayed in health. Well, I went on the girls' trip that was planned with Braun. We just added Braun.
Yes.
That way they could focus.
It looked like fun.
Yeah. It was really fun.
Awesome.
So I have a lot of questions from people about money. So this conversation probably is going to go to something in that regard really soon. I might be on it for a little while. If anyone would like to speak with me about anything else, please raise your hand.
No, don't raise your hand ever.
Nice haircut, Braun.
You won't raise enough hands.
So yeah, if anyone would like to talk with me about anything else, please raise your hand.
Don't do that.
Otherwise,
Raise your hands, not allowed.
I'm not sure where my camera is. Hold on a second.
Please don't. Raise your hand. So it's gonna end sooner.
You want this to end?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Are you gonna be right here the whole time? Is that what you're saying? Talking and stuff?
No, with dialogues.
Yeah. You feeling that bad that you need me to end with wisdom dialogues? Is that Tony? Hey, Blaze. Yeah. Will you check with your dad if he can come and talk to Braun?
No, he can't.
Because he doesn't want me to do wisdom dialogue, so he's hanging out around here.
No. Shut up. Shut up.
Thank you for your patience, everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you, Braun. I love you.
Stop broadcasting.
Braun, don't do that. You don't like it when people touch your stuff. Don't touch other people's stuff.
Go away.
It's not cool, man.
Go away. Go away.
It's okay, Blaze.
Wait.
You look like a little. What's that dude's name from Lord of the Rings?
Blaze, say hi to the peeps since you're here. Go down here next to my face.
Hi,
That's
Blaze.
Who's in there?
Wait, we got, let's see. That was Lori. Got Anastasia and Nan. Christine, aloha. Yay.
And Holly's here too.
And Holly, of course.
No.
Okay, bye, guys.
Thank
We'll
you.
see how that goes. We'll see how that works out. Thanks, Liz. Oh my goodness. Oh, so fun. Anon said hi with some fires in the heart. Okay, so it's not showing anything. Are you guys getting my connection?
Yes.
Yes.
Hear me okay? Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. So I don't see any hands going up or any other questions. So I guess you guys want to talk about money.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so here's some different questions I've had because you guys know, as you guys know, probably I have a lot of posts on Facebook about how awesome this experience is with the lava and everything like that. So some of the questions I've had is around, okay, well, it's okay for you because there's all these different reasons. You're young and healthy. You have money. What else? You're a family, not just one person. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Here's the thing. Comparison is an illusion. Comparison is really an illusion. It doesn't really matter how my life looks. It's the same. It's always the same. It's always an interpretation of energy. Yeah, it's always an interpretation of energy. So it doesn't really matter what I seem to have and what I don't seem to have that gives me the power and the power that everyone is given to basically be this moment. Be this moment. That's what everything is. And you know, I've had the experience of being afraid I was going to go to jail. And the comfort and the peace that came from that experience, came from feeling through that experience was, it's no different. It's like wherever you find yourself, apparently, is only an apparent place anyways. It's always a manifestation of your own mind. So what does it matter? And it's not a reflection on you. See, that's the thing. A lot of people think what happens is a reflection on you. No, that's not how it goes. Whatever arises is an opportunity for you. You can say you gave it to yourself, not as a punishment or a reward. You know, that's how the dualistic mind thinks. Like you gave, oh, that's happening. This means this about you. Like what's happening in the world could possibly be a reflection upon you. For one, nothing's happening. For two, everything that you give yourself in the form of a happening is like a prop on a screen to get a feeling, to get a particular feeling. Because that particular feeling will reflect back to a belief and project forward to support the same beliefs. And if you recognize that that's what everything is for, it really doesn't matter what happens. There's not anything to get real excited about, except about yourself. And you know, that's where the excitement comes from. The excitement is about who I am in this. It's not about any particular circumstances. It's not about, oh, yeah, this went my way. Oh, yeah, I'm so happy this went my way. I know my way. The only way that can be my way is what is right now. It's what it is. That's my way. Everything's always going right for me because it's my way. It always is. Even if there's a, oh no, I don't want it like that. I don't want it that way. And you know, in the first place where we moved to Fairyland, we moved there about 8 years ago, by the way, because it's beautiful. People would always ask me, what brought you to Hawaii, and I'd go, beauty. It's just like, it's so attractive. This beauty is so attractive. It's like, it's this beauty in the land, in the people, in the area. You know, especially right now, it's like all the people in the area are just like even more so, even more aloha. Like it wasn't so aloha already. So it's like when I first came and experienced fairyland and just took in that beauty, this great fear hit me. Great fear of losing it. Not to lava. I didn't even consider that. I was just kind of like, lava? Yeah, right. Like it's gonna come over here. but you know, thinking that that I could go bankrupt. You know, what if I went bankrupt? What if I lost this place somehow? You know, because I'm always the one in charge of the money apparently. So when that intense energy came up way back then, like 7.5 years ago, it was like, whoa, that's definitely something. That's something for me. That charge right there is something for me. You know, it wasn't quite as clear as it is now about what it's for, what the purpose is for, and how to be with it. But it was like really apparent that this particular energy, this is for me right now. So the experience with it and kind of working with it, sort of like, okay, what is this? Curious about it. You know, what is this? Why is there this great fear here? Why is it what's so bad about that anyways? What am I making wrong about that? And then kind of getting to the point where it's like, okay, let's just have that experience right now. Let's just have it. Probably like 3, 4, 5 years ago, I don't know. And there's just comfort with it because it's not a problem. It's just once the feeling is fully experienced, like, you know, the full effect of belief, get the full effect of it, the full ride of it. It's like it's healed as an emotional trauma. It's already healed as an emotional trauma. So in the event that something like that is the kind of gift you're giving yourself, it's easy. You know, it's real simple. It just plays itself out, and you've already seen that these patterns are based on false belief. These feelings that come up are based on false belief. The feeling of missing, you know, that's a fun one. I really appreciate that feeling because every time that feeling, like if I go and I'm just kind of like cruising on Facebook, and it'll always come back with those, you know, years ago. Like I saw one from 7 years ago, so it was like right when we moved to Fairyland, all the beautiful trees, all the ohias. Before it was carved into Fairyland, you know, with all the gardens and all the trails and everything. And you know, noticing the feeling is like missing something. And you know, the thing is that it can be interpreted that way. That's one way to interpret it. But that it's coming from that interpretation is using a false belief. It's like using a belief. And when I say false belief, all the belief is false, yeah? But it's a belief that makes you into something you're not. So any kind of missing is based on a belief that you're taking yourself to be something that you're not. And that's what I'm calling a false belief. Okay? So in recognizing that, the feeling of missing becomes like, oh, there it is. There's the gift. There's the gift. That's for me. And so the feeling of missing is immediately transformed. It's immediately transformed into, for me, it's a feeling of appreciation. Just appreciation for that experience, you know, and a respect too for its end as that kind of experience in that form. You know, a respect for its ending point. You know, form has a beginning and an end. It's how we made it. So it's like respect for where basically I chose to end it. See, it's not like something happened to me. Basically, I chose to end it. And the most interesting thing is, it's like noticing all these choices lead to the manifestations and seeing how I knew. I knew. There was very, very strong guidance to not buy insurance. Not buy insurance. Just to be open like that. That doesn't mean that's for everyone. That doesn't mean that's the way or anything, because that's still a physical thing. That's a material thing. That's just the way consciousness played out right there. You know, so I could experience those really fearful feelings. It's funny, the guidance is there to not have insurance, and then also they experience, and that's through guidance to experience all of those fearful feelings about losing something. It's so fun. So there's no comparison. Back to the comparison thing. There's no comparison. So it doesn't really matter if someone seems to have all the money, all of this, all of that. There's no comparing, because the truth is that all of us have all the money ever invented. It's not real. It's not real. It's a manifestation of the mind. It's like there's no money in the first place. But if you look at it from a dream perspective, all of us have all of the money, like in the dream, as consciousness in the dream. All of the money is in consciousness. As consciousness, we all have all the money. All of it. And if you know you have all the money, then you don't have to go and get the money. Try to get it from the world. You have to go and try to get the money. No. It's just a matter of watching how things unfold. Like in my case, oh, here's a new essential oil. Integrity, that's my newest essential oil. It's not listed for sale yet. It probably would have been, but you know, with the lava and everything, we were all not in an office or anything for a couple weeks. So that's back on the table. Probably going to be listed this week. Anastasia loves it. Oh, Anastasia. Yeah. So an essential oil comes up, and it's so exciting to share this essential oil. Yeah. And then, okay, it's like, oh, what can I ask for as appreciation for this fun thing? And a dollar amount comes. It's not as if you have to, oh, I hope this really sells. I hope this really does. See, all of that kind of play, that's all in that duality mode. It's all in that duality mode. It's like, oh, offer this, offer this, offer this. It's fun. But there's a line of thinking that goes along with it. Will this be enough? Will this be enough money for me? Will this be enough? The thing is, you're enough. You are enough. Is this too much? Is this too much? You can't be too much either. Am I charging too much? See? And that doesn't mean you can't look at the numbers and make sure that you're not like losing money on something. Like that's possible. But look that it's a game. Notice that it's a game. It's only a game. There's no difference between profit and loss. There's no difference between the two except the judgment we put on them. It doesn't really mean you're going to run out of money if you're running a loss. Because it's not really like that. It looks like that, but it's not really like that. Everything that comes to you from a thought. Even when you go to work. Apparently, go work a job for money, hourly wage, whatever. The money that you get is not really coming from going to work. It doesn't come like that.
So how does it come?
It's a manifestation of whatever it is that you are giving to yourself in that moment. And there's only this moment. There's only this moment. It's like if I go into a store and, for instance, I'm looking for a bath rug and I pick up a bath rug and I can go over to the cash register and I can pay for it somehow, any form, cash, credit card, whatever. I can pay for it somehow. That's a fucking miracle. I didn't do anything for that. It's just a miracle. And the fact that I could activate this pattern in the field that says, oh, I work for this person over here and they pay me this hourly wage and that's what I'm doing here. The fact that I can activate that and make that look real, that is a miracle. Nothing's happening. It's just a whole different way of being with the experience, being the experience, basically.
Yeah.
So it's like anything has to work out for you. Oh, I hope that works out for you. It's already worked out. It's all worked out. Irrespective of what appears on the screen of consciousness. Because here's the thing, everything that is appearing on the screen of consciousness that gets any kind of upset feeling, and even other feelings too, but mostly upset feeling, is like a temptation. It's like, hey, here's a manifestation of a delusional mind. Do you support this?
When will that like be over?
It'll be over in about an hour and 20 minutes.
Hour and 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I ended at 4.
Why isn't it 4?
I thought it ended at 4.
No, it's 3 to 5. I think maybe it does end at 4. Okay. So where were
I ask you a question about that. When you say that there's, well, if somebody says to you, I hope that works out for you, that's future. That doesn't exist.
it's as if it's not working out. And you know what? And it's like when someone says that to me and I could tell that they mean it in a really sincere way, it's just like, oh, thank you. You know.
Hey, what's the dialogue vlogger about?
I love you, Bron.
It ended at 4, please.
We'll see how it goes.
Please end it at 4.
Maybe 4:30.
Ah,
I love you.
ah,
Oh,
ah.
so sweet.
Mm.
Yeah, so
What? What?
all right, so what were we talking about again?
Money and hoping it works out.
Hoping it works out. Yeah. So it's just like, oh, thank you, you know. It's just that it's one way of caring. It's one way of showing love. And basically everyone's showing love as best they can through what they are experiencing as reality. And another way of saying it is who they take themselves to be. See? So that's how everyone is experiencing. That's how everyone is expressing. And, you know, it's all appreciated.
Why? Why?
Unworthiness piece. That,
Yeah.
that squashes the love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which so many people are suffering from that.
Only 5.
Not worthy. And it causes so much anger and frustration and all that.
Just one second. Hang on just 1 second, Lori. Hey, Bron, when you keep coming in here and talking to me and making noise and stuff, I forget where I even was in the conversation. So then I'll be starting over again, then it takes me longer. If I could have quiet, it'll go faster.
Why do you change it to 5?
Maybe it'll be 4:30.
Ah,
We'll see how it goes.
it used to be 4.
But if it's quiet, it helps me.
It used to be 4.
Okay.
Why did you cut? Cut!
Okay. So
I'm gonna end it right now. It's a beautiful thing. What? Yeah. How do I stop it?
you really want to stop it?
Yes.
You do?
Wisdom dialogue is the worst video time.
It's the worst time for me to have wisdom dialogues.
Yes.
All right. I'm sorry it's not working out for you. So, yeah, that's funny. I just said, I'm sorry it's not working out for you. It's hilarious. We were just talking about how it's always working out. Okay. So,
Fuck you, Mom!
okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try a different room. I think I have a lock on a door, and I'm going to go over here. Hooray. Hey, Bron, your buddy's here. He wants to play with you. Look it, your buddy's right here. He wants to play with you. Hi, everyone.
Hi, we're making pizza.
Okay, I'm going to go up here to Akaya's room.
Oh, you got it, you got it.
You have a lock on your door?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Do you have Candy and the dog with you?
Yeah, we do.
Awesome.
We're telling these stuff.
Didn't you have another cat too?
We had a cat named Nermal. She did not want to go with us. She's a total outdoor cat, though. So all we did was feed her. I'm seeing where I can put this and set it down, so I can sit down. It's a brand new setup over here. This is Akaya's view, you guys.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that awesome?
It's rainy today, huh?
Yeah, it's rainy. It's been rainy. Oh, yeah, and you know what? It's also probably in the distance. What you're seeing is a lot of volcanic stuff.
Mm.
It's blowing real heavy right now. Yay! Let's see if I can get some good lighting. Maybe like that. This is so fun. Thank you, Ron. He'll be okay. His friend's actually over to play with him. He just wants to do that right now. In fact, we have a whole house full of people. A bunch of people just came and started hanging out. And so, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to do. We just like to do that while I'm on Wisdom Dialogues. Isn't that fun? It just adds a little flavor. So, yeah. So we were talking about how nothing, everything is working out unless we say it's not. Basically, with Bron, he's saying it's not working out for him. Basically,
Right.
It's like that. That's what he's on right now. And you can expect that, especially with kids, because they are, it's like taking birth. For the most part, I mean, different people are like programmed with different missions or whatever you could say. But for the most part, it's to dive into delusion, to dive into it. and then come back out for the most part.
So where does it come up if in a situation like that,
Yeah.
there's his want and your want?
Okay.
So who's
No one has, okay, so no one has any personal wants because the wants are impersonal. No one really has them. So, for me, it's like, I don't know which way it's going to go. When he was over here with the mouse, he could just like turn it off
yeah.
and then it'll stop. Right.
Right.
He could do that. I don't know which way it's going to go. It's just like watching the energy fluctuations and watching how it's going to go. I didn't know I was going to like walk over here and go into this room until that it was like, oh, that's what you're doing. Okay. It's kind of like just a waiting and watching for the cues.
So what was going on? Because I watched you watching him when
Mhm.
he was saying, I'm going to turn it off, going to turn it off.
Yeah.
What was going on in your mind?
Just nothing.
Nothing.
Just nothing, just experiencing the experience, just experiencing the sensation. It just stops the projections can stop because they're not interesting to me. None of the projections in a moment like that, it's like no projections are relevant. And pretty much most of the time, no projections are relevant. Because if a projection becomes relevant to me, I can feel it. It's a heaviness in my energy field.
So give me a projection that could have been before you were into the.
Oh my God, why are you doing this? And not even coming out of my mouth, just as a thought that gets projected.
Yeah.
Please stop. Please stop doing this. Please stop doing this.
That's a projection.
Yeah. It's a projection that's coming from feeling. The feeling is a manifestation of belief. The projection is a manifestation of feeling. Please stop. Please don't do that. Please stop. Please stop.
Right. Okay.
Even in your mind, please stop doing that. Something like that. Or what can I do to get out of this? How do I get, oh my God, is this going to happen?
That's a projection.
It's all projection. It's all projection from feeling. All the projections are onto yourself. It makes you into something you're not. So projections aren't interesting to me. Since projections aren't interesting to me, in that moment, I could just experience the experience. I could watch, I could take in the whole experience and see what's being asked. See what it's like listening. The way my mom describes it, it's like just listening to the spirit, basically. And that's how you listen, like with your whole body, the whole energy body. See, because that's what's interpreting all the information. That's what's interpreting all the information. That's where you can see where, you're being led. And you're never being led wrong. That's the thing. It's only just believing you've been led wrong or you've done something wrong or you could get it wrong that makes anything into a problem anyways. It all comes back to you. It all comes down to you. Okay, there's a video here. You speak about getting ready for evacuation in an earlier video. Getting ready. Okay, so the earlier video was where we were evacuated. We were given an hour to get out, which turned into like 30 minutes for me because I wasn't at home when they evacuated. In fact, only our 10-year-old son was home when the police came to evacuate. And when we got home, he had his stuff packed. Which was awesome. And so after that, short time, we're all like wrapped for clothes and toiletries and like laptop and the oud essential oil. And then a couple files. That's all it was. Then a few days later, they said, okay, people from Lonnie Laguna Garden, if you want to come get some more stuff, you can. So my husband went back and got some more stuff. Yeah. And so then all of Miracle Botanicals ended up being relocated to the new place. First to a storage place because we didn't have it instantly. First to the storage place and then to the new place. And that was all while I was over on the mainland. So that was awesome. Then I came back. Oh, Christine wants to know, what is in integrity? Okay, so from the top, off the top of my head, it's oud, blue tansy, rose, cinnamon, mountain juniper, two kinds of helichrysum, Helichrysum italicum from Corsica, and Helichrysum, I believe it's petiolare from South Africa. Yeah, and it's incredible. We're stoked. We're stoked with it. So that'll be up soon, probably by the end of the week. Anastasia said, that's old. I have no idea what in the world that means, Anastasia. So, oh, but your hand's up. Your beautiful hand's up. You want to talk to me? Put your hand back up. Your hand was up. All right. So another question around money. Okay. It really seems like some people have it and some people don't. And the people who have it can do what they want to do. And the people who don't have it, some of them are actually starving because they don't have money. This is the question. I'm not saying this like it's a fact. Don't get me wrong. Okay. The thing of it is, they are not starving because they don't have money. And the other person who seems to be eating, they are not seemingly eating because they have money. That's not true. We made that up. We totally made up the concept of poverty. And every time it's re-believed as in that thought projection, what if there's not enough? What if I end up? That's a projection. Okay? All those projections, if they're pursued, this illusion of money meaning something more real. It actually has no meaning whatsoever. It has no power whatsoever. So one of my friends asked me, how do we heal this then so we're not seeing it like this? Well, basically, here's the first thing. Whatever you see is not real. It is not real. It's an illusion. It's something you made to get a feeling for yourself. You made that to get a feeling for your own self. And you could say that the person who's expressing themselves as hungry, they're also doing that for you and for themselves. No one's really hungry. No one's really hungry. It doesn't mean you don't eat when you feel hungry. It doesn't mean you don't share food with someone when they seem hungry and you feel led to do that. But the bottom line is that we're making it up. These bodies that we're using, they're like props to get feelings. We make it all up. Okay. It's to get this feeling, to bring it up so that the belief that caused it can be healed. And what does it mean by healed? It means the belief is just seen as being meaningless, not necessary. Its thought projections aren't interesting anymore. So it's no problem. No problem.
When you say no one's really hungry,
Yeah.
is that because there is no one? Is that what you're meaning?
Well, there's no one who is capable of being hungry, really. That's a misperception. There's no one who's actually capable of being hungry. It's like we're making up this illusion, bringing it into form so that it can show what we take to be true. It's demonstrating what we take to be true right now. And that's why there's a choice right now to either keep pursuing that same line of thought through projection to support that belief, or just stand in the truth. Just be what's true, is all.
So to be what's true, how can it be any different when you do see. I mean, I get hungry.
Yes? Okay. You getting hungry, you know that's a play of consciousness, right? Even though you feel it and it feels so real.
Yeah.
You know that's a play of consciousness, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, with you saying it, there's it.
But the feeling of hunger, where does it come from? Where does it come from?
Well, the stomach starts growling.
What's the stomach made of? What's the growling? What's the growling made of? What's the ear made of that hears the growling? It's all a body sense. It's all a body sense. It's energy interpreted. The sense of hunger is energy interpreted. Sense of anything is energy interpreted. It's an interpretation of energy that could be reinterpreted. It could totally be reinterpreted.
Oh.
Feeling hungry doesn't mean, oh my God, I'm going to die unless I eat. It's just an interpretation of energy. It doesn't mean shit.
Right, because it can pass if you're busy doing something and you don't even think about it. It passes and you know.
Yeah.
There's,
And how do you know if it was necessary that you eat? You find yourself eating, that's all. Because it's a
Right.
movie. Not a movie. There's not a single choice that you make. Except that one.
one.
It's not about the movie. It's not about the movie. It's not making the movie real. The choice is either to make the movie into something that has power over you. It's another way of saying it. The choice is either to make the movie into something that has power over you or stand in your power in every instant. See? The movie has no power. It can do whatever it does. It still has no power. You're the same forever. Jesus, another Jesus quote. I'm the same today, yesterday, and forever. There's no difference.
What is that same?
Well, it's easier to say what it is not.
And it's not this body and mind.
It's not anything that can be perceived. And then what's left, that's what it is. It's not any ill feeling. It can't be, because every ill feeling is based on self-belief. And that's all that is. Everything that can be perceived is just a passing phase. It doesn't mean anything. Anastasia asked, can the movie end? Yes, and it will. Basically consciousness is sort of superimposed over the mind. The mind which is pure and clear and innocent and untouched, totally untouched. Consciousness is sort of like a cloud that's passing. It's not going to stay. It's not going to stay. It's based on the belief in separation. It's based on the belief in separation. The belief in separation will not be sustained. Will not be sustained. Too painful. It gets to be too painful. See? But I'll tell you what, the movie is really, really fun and exciting and not one bit fearful. Not one bit fearful as it's still playing out. So there's no wish over here, anyways, for the dream to end. There's no wish for it to continue either. Hooray! It can end or it can continue. Is the mind and creator the same? Well, you could say that, yeah. Mind and the creator are the same. The mind under the influence of thoughts of separation, basically consciousness, thoughts of separation appears to create, only appears to create. That's why it's called illusion, because it only appears to create. It's make-believe stuff. It all ends. It all has a beginning and an end. What's created is only love. What's created is only love. And out of love can come manifestations, but not illusions. So manifestations arise, but they're not taken as separate. They're not taken to be separate. They're all love. It's a totally different kind of experience than the regular 3D way of relating. Is attention, but attention is creative power. Yeah, it's attention part of the mind. Attention, it's like, you've heard the saying, and it's so cliche now, I'm sure you've heard it. Energy goes where attention flows. No, energy flows where attention goes. Energy flows where attention goes. So it's like wherever the attention goes, that's where creativity happens. Attention under the influence of belief, false belief, as I put it before. Attention under the influence of false belief results in manifestation that trigger a lot of ill feelings. Isn't that fun? So, maybe some people call that karma, I don't know. But it's not like it's something that has to keep on going on, because it's like once you notice right away, it's like, oh, that feeling, that's for me right now. Once you know, that feeling, that's for me right now. Beliefs start getting shattered. And as the beliefs start getting shattered, less and less is going to trigger. I could say at first, when there's like, oh, there's this excitement about this, and the attention goes to, okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what I've been taking is true. First, it gets really, really heavy, a really heavy kind of energy. Lots of energy coming up, lots of things getting triggered. But it's like the more that there's just gratitude with that, and just like, whoa, I know what this is. Oh, this is for me. Okay, good. It gets easier and easier until it's like really nothing. It's just like it's like a wave will rise, like, ooh, wee. Really like, wee. No problem. It's really like a no thing. Okay. So back to money and taking it really real, as if you have it, you're going to eat. If you don't have it, you're going to starve, kind of thing. I get to travel and these other people don't because they don't have money. The because of money part is false. It's not because of money. See how everyone is feeding that? You see that? Can't afford it. Or, good thing I have a couple $100,000 in the bank. Holy shit. What would I do without that? Same thing. Same. See? It's making it into something. It's making it into something with power. Like, oh yeah, I'm eating this now because I got money. Or, oh yeah, I'm on this vacation right now because I earned it. That's not really why. It's not really the reason why. So when we make that the reason, then we become attached to money. We attach ourselves to money, and we encourage other people to also be attached to money. We all encourage our kids and our friends and our family to be attached to making money. And really, realistically, you don't need any money to have the experience. The experience is 100% free, and it's 100% what you want. You actually gave that to yourself, not through having any money, because you never really have it anyways. It's like a movie playing on the screen. The money got you there. It's like, oh, okay, this is what you needed to convince yourself. All right, cool. There you go. You did it. Hey, hooray. That's a miracle. That's awesome. Okay. And what I'm saying is the thought projections, and this is all day long. If you guys look at it, this is all day long. The thought projections that it takes money, or I need money, or I'm doing this for money, or whatever. All those thought projections are making money seem powerful, more powerful than you, more powerful than those people that appear to be hungry. See, if in your mind you make those people less powerful than money, that's like violence. You can call that violence. But not like you think, because it's not like you're doing anything wrong. Because like the violence is onto yourself always. Not doing anything to them.
Because they aren't.
What's that?
They aren't even there.
No, they're totally fine. Yeah. So that thought projection that makes money more powerful than them, actually in your own consciousness makes money more powerful than you. So it's kicking your own ass up and down the street. Like, why? And is that and the ego's form of compassion comes to the surface. This is the ego's form of compassion. Oh, those poor people are suffering. First of all, no matter what action comes out of those poor people in your mind, no matter what action comes out of that, it's violence. So isn't that awesome? And you know how you know? This is how I know. I'll tell you how I know that it is. I can sense it. If you tune into your energy body, you get to know how your energy body is reacting to things, to thoughts, basically. To know how your energy body is reacting to thoughts. You start to see that, oh, this thought that makes them into a poor person is a heaviness. Why do I want to do that to myself? Why? What's the purpose of that? What's the motivation behind that? To make me less powerful than something in the world? Why would that happen? See, it's like when you see it, it's just obvious. You're not going there. You're just not going there. You're not going to that. You're not going to make yourself less powerful than something in the world. That's silly. And that's all that's going on whenever there's a projection of, oh my God, like, even that sympathy, like, I'm so sorry for you. If people don't realize they're saying that, they're speaking that to their own mind. When someone comes to me with that kind of energy, like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, it's just like, oh, it's okay. It's okay. No, really, no worries. It's all right. Are you sure? Yeah, it's okay, really. It's what I wanted. And then it's, oh, did you have insurance? It's fun. So, yeah, that's the thing. That's how we're holding it in place, that money is meaningful, by constantly pursuing thought projections that make it meaningful, that make it so powerful. Wow. So powerful. Look at the thing with discounts. I'll tell you what, from having a website where we sell retail, that shit works. Why? Why does it work? Why is that relevant? Why is that even relevant? It's funny. I was at Macy's the other day, and they go, you want to apply for a Macy's card? And I was like, no, thank you. If you get approved, you'll save 20% off your purchase today. Oh, no, thank you. Okay. Do you want to do this? Because if you do this, then you'll get such and such off. I go, you know what? I just like to pay full price. Thank you. I just like to pay full price and just use this right card right here and just like get my stuff and go. Like, what game do you want to play? What game are we playing? It's funny. And then here's the other thing. This is what I shared with my people. I don't think I see anyone here that was with me yesterday in person, but so that's great. So here's the other thing. When you spend money, you do not have less money. Some of you might know an automatic calculation that happens in your mind when you gave someone $10 for something, for instance, an automatic calculation that says, now I have this much, or something to that effect. It doesn't have to necessarily be in that way, but some kind of like automatic calculation of how much money I have. Every time that kind of thought pattern is pursued, it instills limitation in the mind, and it instills limitation. It's like, this is how much it is, and that's all it is. All it is. So in instilling that limitation in the mind, it makes the energy field more and more in a state of limitation. More and more every time that kind of thought pattern is followed. So, being open is just about, hey, here's the same $10. Here's the same $10, and it comes in a manner of appreciation, knowing that through appreciation, through exchanging money like that with appreciation, it just causes good to multiply. Good to multiply in the experience. A sense of having enough. Appreciation is a sense of already having enough. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for this miracle right now. For this miracle right now that I could make this seem real and exchange something with you right now. How fun.
It seems like as that not enough is going away, that I'm not enough, I'm not worthy. As that has been going away, that's just taking care of itself.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just happening. I mean, but it's almost like it's been transferred to him because he never used to worry about money because I always took care of it. And as I've grown, as I've seen through this, I don't look at prices. I'm not fixated on going to this place because this is cheaper over here. I need to get it.
Even if that does happen, it's just a matter of sensing any kind of attachment or feeling, as in, oh my goodness, I'm saving money. Like, I'm doing good because I'm saving money. That's the kind of thing, man. That's the kind of thing. It's like there's this little calculation that goes on, and that becomes a major drain of energy. Drain of energy. Remember, attention is creativity, right? We said that earlier. Attention is creativity. So that's like a drain of energy. Is taking creativity and making limitation with it. See, it's all like your creativity is always being used. But it's a lot of it is being used toward making illusions of limitation, which aren't so.
I used to do it. I think it's the same thing with sleep. There used to be a calculator in my head when I had to get. I needed 8 hours sleep. If I go to bed at 9 o'clock and there was automatic counting, if I don't get up at such and such time, I'm gonna have a shitty day or whatever. And there was automatic counting, and I remember one day just going, "What the hell am I doing?" I think people do that with calories too. That's one thing I never learned about what some people can look at some food and know exactly the number of how much it's going to weight it's going to put on them and the amount of what the hell?
Yeah, they can even visualize how much fatter they're going to get from eating it,
Yes.
or
I
how
can't
much thinner they're going to get from not eating it, whatever.
to be so much torture. Holy crap. Talk about heaviness, suffering.
Yeah, it's just that, and you hit it on the head right there too, Lori, when you said that it's I'm not enough. That's what it really comes back to. That's what it's really pointing to.
Right. Right.
It's really pointing to that I am not enough or can be not enough. For some people, it's feeling like they're enough right now because they have what they think it takes for them to be enough, what they've decided it takes for them to be enough. So then it's like, okay, I'm enough for now. But what if? Oh no, what if this happens? And then I'm not enough. So it's pretty prevalent, this idea of it being possible to be not enough even, and it's all trying to make up for that.
Right.
And it's like looking at different things outside of ourselves. For some people it's money, and for a lot of people too that I see, more around my area than other places in the world. There's a disdain for money, which is really the same kind of thing as being greedy for it. Having any kind of disdain for it is making it real. And that's why it's the same, because being greedy for it is also making it real. And that's what makes it like a so-called sin, because it's making something real and more powerful than you. So whether that's being greedy for money or having disdain for money, that's really the exact same kind of energy.
Right.
Yeah. So it's in recognizing that the whole thing is meaningless, where it just becomes another prop for creative play. No different than, let's say, my hair. just
Where are you going with that?
just something to play with, anything. It's just something to play with. It's not really anything that means anything. It's not really anything that's worth anything. It's not really being exchanged even. And it's not necessary to get the experience that you're giving yourself, because you're giving yourself the experience. You're giving yourself your experience. You can say the broader part of you is giving the narrower, focused part of you the experience. It's not coming from money. That's just part of the show. That's part of the experience. Okay?
Like the driving with the dream.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just part of the dream. And in one moment you can have a bunch, in another moment you can have a little. It's just like part of the dream, but it doesn't matter, because the experience is going to be the experience, irrespective of what you think about how much you have or not have.
Wow.
It's a very open space that there's a lot of defenses built against to keep us in a state of limitation. And we did that for ourselves. So we can just keep on hanging out in it as long as it's awesome for us. But, once you see that it's all, like that guy was saying, it's all a dream. It's just a dream. Once you see that it's just a dream, these things become unimportant. And in the moment, it's quiet. You could just experience the experience, instead of experience a bunch of commentary based on suffering. Okay?
And we are dialing in these experiences.
Totally. It's like there's an energetic asking for it. It's almost like how the how the land asks for a rain cloud. You know, it's like it draws it in. It reminds me of that, especially living in the rainforest. You know, it's like it's asking for the rain, so the rain keeps on coming. It's like as long as it's asked for too, as an illusion. See, as an illusion, not as something that's real.
Right.
Or it's something that's real. It's suffering. You're making it real. Like, oh no, the lava just burned down everything I own, my whole life savings. You know, someone came to Wisdom Dialogues yesterday with he knew someone with that story, and I go, oh well, that could totally be my story if I wanted it to be. Like that could totally be my story right now. Oh my God, everything I ever worked for my whole entire life went into that, and then it just went and got run over by lava. That could be my fucking story, just like that other person he was talking about. But I know it's not true. I can't lose anything. They only gain, and in a way that cannot be lost either. It's not like a financial gain or a spiritual gain, even. You know, it's like in a way that it can't be lost. It's like I would do it again. If it was like, hey, would you, if you knew about that, not move there? No, I actually knew about it, just not on a real conscious, you know, like step by step level. But the energy of it, I could see that I knew about it, but was keeping it kind of like as a surprise. But once the surprise happened, it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, that was a good one.
Wow.
You can see, wow, even from the moment it was like the guidance that you're not going to have insurance on this one.
Is Tony on the same?
Close. Close.
He doesn't feel like his hard at the place is gone and his all his
There,
work.
there is some of that. There is some of that. And then there's also, you know, this, but hey, let's do it again.
Yeah, he definitely took care of business.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And it's pretty convenient how you escaped all of it.
Is that hilarious or what? It's so funny. It's so funny. Well, when it first hit and there was that hour to get out, it was like, okay. And once I left the house, I was like, okay, this is all I have. Wow, how exciting. You know. Oh, how cool. That was an experience. You know, what a ride. So then we get over there. Well, we ended up in Kona, actually Captain Cook, Kona side, because our big 80-pound dog needed to go back to his home. So we ended up over there in Kona, and the next day at breakfast, he said, they're letting people back in to get their stuff. I want to go back over there and get some stuff. And I was like, okay. He's like, we got to do that. And I go, I'm not going back over there. You know, not right now. I'm not going back over there right now. And he's like, okay. So then the next morning, he left with 2 guys that are bigger than him, and they moved the whole business. Yep. So moved the whole business.
Didn't he?
And I hung out with Bron and Captain Cook. And Achaia, my big daughter Achaia. Yeah, and the boys went over there and did all that stuff. No need for me over there. I just knew. It was just like obvious, you know. I don't weigh like, would it be shitty if I said no and all that kind of stuff? Like not relevant. Would it be wrong of me if no. There's nothing like that. It's just like, it's obvious for me. You're not, it's like, it's almost like you're not, that's not for you. I can
Right.
sense it. I can't let my energy go into that sense. It's just not that, it's just obvious. And then it becomes clear, it shows itself what it's
Mm.
for. And,
Mm.
and then there was a trip planned. So I go, Kay and I are talking, we want to cancel the trip because we already had it planned and we had lots of things lined up, show in Vegas and all kinds of different stuff. We want to cancel all that stuff. And we're like, well, we could. So we're kind of like putting ourselves in that, and just feeling. And then I go, hey, what about if we add Braun? Wouldn't that be awesome? And we both go, yeah, because those guys want to be over there. Let's add Braun. So we added Braun to the trip. And when I told Tony I added Braun, he was like, so like, thank you. Thank you. That's just perfect for me because I'm not going to have a place to stay. I'm going to be couch surfing.
Plus taking care of it.
Plus moving everything. Yeah, moving and couch surfing. You know what couch surfing is? That's like staying on people's couches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I've never
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Hopefully I won't have to.
Well, the hopefully part is just the ego.
Yeah.
And the have to part is resistance.
Right.
See?
'Cause
So for me, if I had that scenario coming up where it was hopefully I won't ever experience that, I know that's an opportunity for me right now because that's a feeling. Hopefully I won't experience. Couch surfing is a feeling. It's a projection of a feeling.
Projection of a
Yeah, it's projecting off of a feeling to support the belief that you might be made to do something that's not awesome.
Right.
Yeah. So anything you find yourself doing is awesome, and you could find yourself doing anything. So it's a matter of, what's that?
It could be a cool experience.
That's exactly right. It's all up to interpretation. So the reinterpretation starts now. Immediately when the thought says, hopefully I won't have to experience that, that's uncomfort. Okay?
Yes.
So in that uncomfort is your opportunity. Because that's where that's like an opening for that comfort that you are the truth to come through, to be made apparent through the discomfort. It's kind of like an opportunity to put a stick of dynamite in this self-created image and blow part of it up. Blow a big part of it up. See?
Which sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's just like ease and comfort with everything is possible. Even ease and comfort with any thought is possible. And that's how I had the experience of death as well. I had the experience of, wow, it really seemed like my body was passing.
Yeah.
At one moment. And in that seeming that my body was passing and the fear about it and all of that and everything, and just in allowing the ease to come through in that, then it's no problem. Can respect the end of cycles. We can respect the end of an apparent life cycle, whether that be a particular property or a body or whatever. And then it's not a cause for suffering, it's a cause for celebration.
Yeah, I feel that. Yes.
Yeah, so it's like we can celebrate fairyland without missing it. In fact, in missing it, that's saying we can't celebrate it.
Right. The missing is that feeling, that same
Yeah. And that can turn to celebration in just a moment, in just an instant, with a willingness to have that experience. Missing again is a projection. Aloha, Anastasia. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're back. Listening, missing again is a projection of a feeling. And that turns right into celebration. It's actually, it is celebration. It doesn't even turn into celebration. It already is celebration with the influence of a false belief. That's all. It already is a feeling of celebration. It's just there's an influence of a false belief, so it's painting it as missing.
Right.
Just like fear is really inspiration. It's already inspiration. Fear is something we made it out to be. It was always inspiration.
Over. Right.
Yeah. It's not even like you turn it into something. It always was. It's just that you saw it for what it really was and not your idea of it. That's why I'm so happy when a feeling of fear arises. I mean, I wasn't 7.5 years ago when that thing came on so strong. It's like, holy shit.
Mm.
Fear of losing came on so strong. But now, and just the feeling of fear is like what most people would describe as fear, or maybe for an instant it's being interpreted as fear and not as excitement, inspiration. Immediately, it's just, oh, that's what it is. It just goes back to what it really is. Same thing with anxiety. Got a touch of anxiety. Oh my goodness. Anxiety comes up. It's like, ooh, how exciting. So many shifts can take place through that. So many shifts. Way of being becomes more authentic, more aware of that everything is an illusion. So much more aware. Whoa.
Mm.
Like, whoa. Like I had one instance. Oh, this is a really fun one. This is around money too. It's always been that this would come up and up and up, and maybe still will, but it keeps on getting to be more fun. That I've been irresponsible with money. Like I get too many packages from Etsy and stuff like that. Like I've been irresponsible with money, and I need to be more responsible. And that came up after I returned from my trip. And the answer was, no, thank you. I'm not interested in playing that money game anymore.
Wow, love that.
Yeah, easy. Okay, yay. That's done.
With the missing thing, it's been a while now, quite a while, where there is no missing. And when somebody says I miss you, I to say it back just doesn't feel right.
I can't bring myself to say it either.
I
But,
can't.
and then I don't correct them either.
No, I don't correct them either. No.
Unless they're asking a question like, I've had a person go, oh, you must really miss your daughter. My daughter was on the mainland. And I go, I don't miss. She's like, what the fuck?
I know. It sounds so cold, but
that's basically empathy. And remember I wrote before, empathy is impossible. It's totally impossible. I know it's impossible because a lot of the times people are expressing empathy with me and they got it wrong.
Right, because that's not what you
wrong. What they're empathizing with is their own self-belief. That doesn't have shit to do with me.
Right. I see that clearly.
That's how I know. Yeah. That's how I know. It's impossible. For the most part, people do experience things the same, as in they experience them as delusion. So it seems like empathy is real because most people you go up to and you say, oh my God, you must really be missing your daughter. They would say, oh yeah, I miss her so much. And it's like, wow, I have empathy. Oh, but there's no such thing as that. It's just that you have communicated, or thinking you've communicated, you've projected onto, and they've projected back to you this feeling of missing. You guys are projecting on each other is all. You're not even meeting. You're projecting. That's all that's happening. Okay, so they come, and so then there's the experience with me where there's the same projecting going on, and it's just like, no, that's definitely not it.
It's
You know,
not.
yeah, that's the same thing that people call empathy.
Oh, so when people call themselves empaths,
Yes,
I'm an empath,
what they're experiencing, what's being experienced there is the effect of your own belief.
right?
It's the
It's
effect of
their
your own
own.
that feeling. Yes,
God,
it's nothing
wow.
to do with the other person. The other person is fine. They're just fine. They're better than fine. They're so fucking amazing you can't believe it.
Yeah.
Okay, they're they're freaking stoked. All right. I had one friend that said, "I've lost everything, and I know you have too, and we must be feeling the same." And I was like, "Oh yeah, are you really excited too?"
Oh.
No, no, not at all. Oh, what's going on? Oh, just, gosh, it was so beautiful there. It was so, the hikes, the this, the that. Oh, it's so wonderful. Oh, wow, you made all that. Thank you. You're amazing. What a beautiful gift. There's nothing, there's nothing wrong. I didn't tell the person that. They can stay with something's wrong if they want.
Yeah,
They can stay with something wrong, still stay with something's wrong if they want.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, it is. Yeah, that was really beautiful. I mean, yeah, I could point to so many things that were so beautiful about Fairyland, about Leilani, about my street Hinalo. Yeah. And that makes it awesome. That makes it a celebration. That doesn't make it into something that's bad. That doesn't make it into something that's painful for me.
Right.
It's not really necessary to do that. See? And so
God.
just to express the truth, just to be the truth, to be what it is, without and let the other have their way as far as however they want to perceive. If they want to still perceive like that, they can. It's not like they're doing it wrong. But if they're asking, hey, are you? No, actually. And then they say their experience and go, wow, you are amazing. Thank you. That all came out of your love. Thank you.
Mm.
And then, if a person's looking to quote commiserate, they're not going to find it in you. Isn't that
Mm.
fun? But they'll find it if that's what they're looking for. They'll get it. They don't need to get it from you.
Right, but sometimes so my problem is problem. It's not really a problem.
I like it.
It's very when it comes up that they're expecting you to think or feel like they do and you don't,
Yeah.
there's a moment of what the fuck's wrong with you? That's what they think there's something wrong with me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's not something that I'm getting with my experience that something's
I
wrong.
noticed on your page,
Yeah.
there's so many people that are saying, "Oh, hope that you're such an inspiration to them." But I guess it's my uncomfortability because it's new for me.
Yeah.
Not, as deep as you.
Well. Here's the thing. It's like there's a few. If you look at Facebook, there's a few that say some things that are just like out of left field. Basically, to me, they're out of left field because
Yeah, the
it's
ones
just like
that don't. Yeah.
it's just nonsense. Basically,
Mhm.
I just delete them.
Yeah, I saw that because I
Yeah,
commented.
you're not there to start a conversation. People can go talk about how stupid I am on a different page.
Right.
Like, they can do that on another page.
Right.
Cool. Start your own thread. It could be all about what a dumbass I am. But I just start deleting them. And and the funny thing is that as that started, there's been less and less. just less and less and less. Just so that it's like, oh, delete, delete, block, delete, delete, block. And it's like, wow, it's quiet around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it leaves all the space for all this appreciation. That's what I notice.
Yeah.
It leaves all the space for like there's what really came clear through this, and I felt like it was like a Pele energy. Not that I put energy into any kind of god or goddess or anything that's outside of myself, but it's just like a person to me, you know. It's like it's like an energy, and it's like this fiery energy. And I noticed it when I was over in Studio City, Universal Studios, where it just came really clear to me where I'm not entertaining concepts that don't resonate with me. I'm just not entertaining them anymore. It's not necessary. It's not interesting to me. A thought that crosses that's not in resonance, nope. Any sentence anyone says to me, no, I'm just not. I'm not engaging it. I'm not going to engage.
That's.
And
Mm.
I felt that shift in my body. It was like it came along with anxiety. It was, you know, the going into the anxiety, then start to feel these shifts in the body, and it's like, whoa, everything's different. And it's not just like on Facebook. That's where the whole manifestation of it came out, where it was bringing up all the right feelings at the right time, you know. But it's just like it's across the board. Like the communication is just that much clearer, to where it just makes it that much more fun. And I see that the fun just keeps on opening up to more and more and more. And totally notwithstanding money. That's for one thing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Fun and lightheartedness, not serious.
Not
I mean,
serious.
people want you to be so serious. I can't be serious.
Well, people don't really want you to be serious. So you can look at that as a gift. Just having the sense that someone wants you to be serious, it's so playful. It's so playful because
Well,
it's just grief.
well,
It's so
I was at a party on Saturday night, and of course, I'm always talking non-duality, whatever. When somebody is playing the victim, I mean, somebody close to me, I mean, they know me. My mouth runneth over. Well, some
right.
guys don't.
Yeah, so your mouth runs over.
The guys don't get it, and they just walk away, and they're like, "Oh, she's at it again." You know, the girls are, and we had beautiful conversation till midnight. It was absolutely amazing, and I was able to translate some stuff where they think I'm quote unquote too deep. I was able to take a breath and say, "Show me what to say."
Yeah.
When we had a question, and it was, oh my God, I was crying. Because I could feel the translation, and I could see it in their eyes and say, "You felt that?" And they're like, "Yep, I went there." It's like, it was, anyway, but I could feel part of me being, I guess it was shame for the guys. Okay, so weird.
The guys walk away. They're not interested.
Like I was wrong. I was doing something. I was back into doing something wrong. I never thought about that till just now, actually.
All fun.
Huh.
Yeah, it just comes back to nothing's wrong and it's okay. You know, it seems so simple, but it applies everywhere like that.
Wow. That was running underneath whenever the thought went to the guys.
Uh-huh. Yep. That's what it comes back to. Not good enough.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a matter of too, you know, looking at what is coming out of your mouth as if you're doing it. You're experiencing something just fell in my head. You're experiencing what's coming out of your mouth just the same as you're experiencing the expression of those guys walk away. So it's on the same screen. It's not a separate thing. It's not like you're doing anything. It's just for the experience. It's just for the feelings.
I see clearly that it's flying out of my mouth. I know I've said forever that I'm not doing it. But but after there is something that wants to claim it, which pisses me off.
Well, that one that says it pisses me off is also claiming something.
There's also the claim.
But remember, the false image is based on what you resist. It's made of that. It's all made of that. All right, so I have Christine's lovely hand. I'm going to go over to Christine.
All right.
I love you. Thank you, Lori. Thanks for hanging. Christine, I put your mic on and you have to come. Oh, there you go. I hear you, I think. If you talk, I might. I don't hear you. Maybe you'll write it to me. I don't know. I know my volume's on. I just heard Lori. Yay. So let's see how I'm doing on all those questions, all those money questions. Got lots of money questions. Anyone has any more questions, raise your hand. Let's see, I got a comment here. I've been getting some new stuff. I just missed it. Oh, that was 49 minutes ago. She could have gotten on 50 minutes ago. Oh, well. That was Molly. What else do we have? Yeah, so it's basically the one about seeing people suffering over money and getting all mad about that. So that's making money more real. And then the other one was about, oh, here it is. Here it is. It was a really clear question. It was like someone asked me, or someone said, oh yeah, disasters are easy when people have money. And I said, we have all the money because we have all the appreciation. And she said, okay, does that mean then that you're saying that some of the people who lost everything and didn't have money in the California fires, that happened to them because they didn't have the appreciation? And I said, no, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. So I'd like to get into that a little bit before I go. 10 minutes from now marks 2 hours. I knew it was going to be a little longer because I've had 2 weeks off and the whole house got and everything got covered by lava since then. So that's fun. So yeah, it's like this. We have all the money because we have all the appreciation. We all know, we all have all the money because we all have all the appreciation. It's just that we all don't know that. And we all focus on, a lot of us focus on how much dollars we see in our bank account or online or whatever, how many dollars are there as our source of support and stability. And that's not the case at all. See, that's not the case at all. It's just that we know we have all the money. We already know we have all the money. So it's like, oh, okay, it's the energy's moving toward a Disney trip. Okay. Oh, okay, there's the money's there. Okay. There's not like a big ass calculation about later on in the future, will there be enough for this or this or this or this? It's like we could just move with inspiration because we know we have all the money. Okay, we know we have all the money. And for the most part, it's that people aren't, it's not that people don't have it. It's that they make different priorities with it. This is what I've seen a lot. I grew up in a family like this, okay, where you don't go on vacation because you need the money for groceries, like later on, you know, and that's just not the way it's handled in my way, you know. It's like in the way that money is not a thing like that. It's not like it's going to run out. It's not like it can run out. The experience will always continue to be the experience, and it'll always continue to be free, irrespective of whether there's a lot of money or no money, or money doesn't even exist. You know, it's like tomorrow, if money didn't even exist, it's not like everything would stop happening. Not like everything would just stop. Oh, there's no money, we can't do anything. Fuck. we'd still be in service to each other. You know, it's not like things are just going to stop happening or appearing to happen, because that's all it is. They're appearing to happen, like in a dream. Make money an issue in the dream, and then it becomes an issue emotionally. That's all. That's all it is. It's just an issue emotionally. The manifestation means nothing. Having a manifestation as if there's no money means nothing. It doesn't mean you can't get things. It's always what you're getting is what you gave yourself. It's the experience you gave yourself. Always that's what you're getting. It's impossible for you to use money to get an experience. It only looks like that. It only looks like that, but that's not how it is. You've given yourself the experience of money or lack of it, money and lack of it, and then the experience of buying something, buying your way into, I don't know, a vacation or whatever with money. But it wasn't really necessary, because the experience itself was meant to be. Money was just a way, something in it that was also meant to be with it, along with it. That's all. Not as a means of getting there. Nothing in the illusion is a means of getting to the next illusion. It only looks like that. I answered your question, Christine. Yay, I'm so happy to hear that, since I wasn't able to hear your beautiful voice and hear the question. So yeah, it's not like saying anything. Oh, you know, the ego automatically wants to take it as if, well, if you're saying that you have all the appreciation and all the money, that means all these other people. And it's like, no, guys, that's all of us. That's all of us. If you know that you're only going to have the experience that you give yourself, then you don't have to put your attention and focus on being concerned about money, worried about money, calculating money. See? This one much more easeful. It moves with grace. It moves through grace, and it's fun and exciting and not one bit scary. That's the thing. The scary part is all made up. Okay? So hooray. Thank you. I love you so much. I'm ready to check out Wisdom Dialogues and check in with my sweet little fan. I hear my son playing gleefully now. He has been for a while. Yeah. Miracle Botanicals. Let's talk about Miracle Botanicals for just a sec. If anyone wants to jump in with any kind of question too, let me know. I'll hang out with you. So we were off for a couple weeks because there was no way we could do shipping. We went off for a couple weeks. I love you too, Christine. And so, you know, we weren't shipping, but we're back to shipping now. We got everything, and everything stayed in really good condition. We were even able to put them into air-conditioned units, storage units, before they came over to here, which has got really beautiful airflow. We've got our huge refrigerators. We refrigerate most of our oils. Thank you. We love you. Will you make a lava flow? You know what? That sounds so good, Lori. Thank you. Yes, I will. Yeah, I feel that. Woo! Consciousness willing, and it feels like that is. So that was all. Yay, Holly. Thank you, Holly. It was Holly's idea. You got to give credit where credit is due, even though we're all doing it. How awesome. I love you, Holly. So, yeah, so we're back up. Probably by the end of the week, I'll have that Integrity blend ready for sale. It's made. I made it for Anastasia, who's also on here. She wanted it, so all I had was a sample at the time, and I made an ounce. It's just that it's not up for sale. So anyone who goes, hey, I want to buy it, just let me know. I forgot what the price is. Maybe Anastasia knows. Let's see. What else? Oh, miraclebotanicals.com. That's where you go to get the website. It's $55 for that one. That's for a 5 milliliter bottle. Loving Lava. Yeah, Loving Lava. That's a good one. We definitely got that going. So if you want to join me live, I love Wisdom Dialogues. So much fun. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone who comes on. I can't even say how much I appreciate you. It's so inspiring. I appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for sharing with me to all of the openings that happened for you. I'm so stoked. So stoked. Yeah. So if you'd like to join me live, you can go to Facebook/groups/Wisdom Dialogues. Join that group, and that's the group I send the Facebook invitations to. If you go and you sign up through the latest Facebook invitation, you sign up there, then you're going to be on my mailing list. Once you sign up at GoToWebinar or whatever service I happen to be using at the time, then I'm going to put you on my mailing list. That's fair notice right there, right? That's enough? Okay, yeah, I'll buy that. Yeah, that's enough. You're going to be on my mailing list. You want to unsubscribe, that's really simple. And of course, I don't mind. And then you're going to know about all the Wisdom Dialogue stuff's going on. WisdomDialogues.org, that's where you can find all the videos. Right now, that web address is just pointing to my YouTube page, where there's 70-some videos now. Isn't that fun? Yay. Most of them with Lori on them. She takes breaks now and then, but usually she's there. And yeah, I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. And every Tuesday at 3 Hawaii time. Mahalo, aloha, and a hui ho. Yay.